Hello chess lovers, welcome back to my channel AP Chess House. Today I am going to show you one of the most aggressive openings for white, and it's called the Danish Gambit. In this opening, white sacrifices two of his pawns in exchange for getting quick development and open attacking lines. I will be showing you a game where you will see how to exploit black when he greedily takes your pawn. So watch this video till the end. So the opening starts as white starts with e4 and black responds with e5, the king's pawn opening, and then white offers the pawn by playing d4, and white plays e captures d4, and here white offers the another pawn by playing c3, and black plays d captures c3, and here white plays bishop to c4, sacrificing this b2 pawn, and after c captures b2 we play bishop captures b2. Now just look at the position. White has sacrificed his two pawns but have these two awesome bishops placed wonderfully and one eyeing at the weak f7 square. So let's see how the game goes. So here black plays bishop to b4 check, gaining a tempo and also developing his piece. So we play knight to c3. If anytime b captures c3, then we will just play bishop captures c3. Do remember one thing is opening, that our bishops are very important in these open games as we have open diagonals. So just don't trade them off. Knights are good in close positions, but in this game it is open position, so bishops are very helpful. So here black plays d6, just opening the diagonal for his bishop. So here white plays queen to b3, just attacking the bishop and the f7 pawn twice. So obviously black plays bishop captures c3 as he is two pawns up, so he just wants to trade off the pieces, and we play bishop captures c3. So look, we have got a very powerful attack here instead of two pawns, so it is a good compensation. And if now knight to f6, then bishop captures f7, and this king will be displaced for the whole game. So now let's look at a game of Danish Gambit played between two players. So the move starts as e4, e5, and then d4, and then black captures, e captures d4, then c3, d captures c3, and then bishop to c4, and then black takes another pawn, and then bishop captures b2, just the opening moves, and then bishop to b4 check, knight to c3, d6 trying to develop his bishop, and then queen to b3, and then bishop captures c3, bishop captures c3, and now in this game instead of knight f6, queen g5 was played. So here white should continue with bishop cross f7 check, and after the king moves to f8, knight to f3, gaining a tempo on the queen. And now if black plays queen cross g2, then after rook to g1 and queen cross f3, then bishop cross g7, and this queen will be gone by discover check. So after knight to f3, the queen goes to another active square g4, and here white castles. And now just look at the board. We have these two connected rooks and these two awesome bishop pair, and see the black position. This h8 rook isn't going anywhere. This a8 rook also is sitting idle. This knight is difficult to move, and then these two pieces are on its exact place. So it is a terrible position for black. So here black has to do something. So he tries to play knight to h6. Then we will simply play bishop to c4 because we don't want to give our bishop. And now black continues the development by knight to c6, and then we give the pawn break by e5, and d captures e5, knight captures e5, attacking this queen, and after knight cross e5, bishop cross e5, black plays queen to g5, attacking this bishop, and we play rook f to e1, just protecting the bishop and placing the rook on this open file. So now black plays knight to f5, and white plays bishop cross c7. You can see that we have just regained our pawn with a powerful attack, so we will easily win it from here. So you saw from this game how can you destroy your opponent if he doesn't develop his pieces. And if you find this video helpful, do subscribe to the channel to get more such games, gambits, tricks and traps. Thank you.